What's happening, world?
All
Happy
right.
Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meets Studios, in conjunction with VJ TV, Feral Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. Shout out to everybody, the Venus Lounge, shout out to Fly, shout out to Drop Knock. Happy birthday early to Ram, History in the Making Entertainment, you know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday, Ram.
Yeah, we finna get it in this weekend. It's been a crazy ass week as always. I'll let everybody introduce themselves as usual.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy, man, aka Feral Films, man.
And it's the kid Camouflage in the corner, man. What's happening?
It's good with it.
Juice to be back on the show, man.
Yes, sir,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
It's
You
been
been
a minute
busy,
since you've been
I know.
amongst us.
Yeah, I know you've
But
been
it was
busy.
for a good cause.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Daddy duties, man. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, family first, man.
Ain't nothing like it.
Nothing wrong with it at all. So what's been
Too
happening?
bad my pops missed out on all this good shit. Well, I'll catch you at the crossroads, man.
And didn't get a chance to see you blossom, man.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Hey, but I broke that cycle, though.
That's what's up.
In fact, some of my kids, it's too much me.
Mm-hmm.
They need a break from me. It's too much me.
That's good, though.
Right.
Too much to know.
Yeah. But see, I got the ones that go from, "Hey, I'm grown,"
Yeah.
and then in the same conversation. So what do I
Damn.
say to these people? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, dog, you just grown.
Yeah, you grown.
Yeah,
man.
speaking of kids,
That's
happy
what
birthday early to my
they
son
think
Malik.
it mean.
His birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Malik.
Dub 5.
That's cool, man, right there, man.
Yeah.
When they start getting to them numbers, even though
Mhm.
unfortunately it means we getting some numbers too, but when they start getting to them numbers and they healthy and they doing good and this and that, and I think back to my youth, that me and my cousins and peers and stuff, we was a certain age, our lives was just all fucked up. And then I look at mine and look at my friends I have now, and I look at their kids and they blossom, and I'm like, okay, we truly blessed.
Oh, yeah. For
We
sure.
truly blessed.
Mm-hmm.
We just want more. But I got everything I need.
Right.
I don't got everything I want, but
Right.
I definitely got everything I need and in abundance. And so I'm like, sometimes I'll be finding myself, I guess because I'm getting old now,
Yeah.
but I'll get on that sentimental shit like, hey man, everything is okay.
Yeah.
Everything's
yeah.
all right.
That's how I
It be
be, man.
good.
Yeah.
That's how you calm the stress level down.
Yeah.
Got to.
Really taking a look at what's really going on with you, like, and what could be going on with you sometimes. You know?
Yeah, the important shit.
Because the
about it.
circumstances I'm in now is so much greater than the circumstances I came from.
Mhm.
So it's like, hey, I'm blessed. You know,
Sure.
sometimes I be like, I don't be wanting to get too content because I don't want my ambition to go away.
Right.
But then sometimes look around and be like, man, everything's good. And the people that's closest to me and the people that I care about, everything is going good for them too. So it's like, yeah,
That's what matters.
'Cause I mean, when I was a youngster, we had one or two people in the family that's doing good.
Mhm.
And everybody was relying on them. So it'd be to the point where they wouldn't even want to come around. I was a youngster and realized that they don't want to come around because everybody got their hand out.
Right.
Well, I look up.
Call your auntie
And
such and
everybody that I'm concerned about, they doing just as good as me. So ain't nobody got their hand out.
Mhm.
Everything's beautiful, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That is
Yeah.
a beautiful thing. Like it's been an interesting week. It's the end of September. It's about to be October. A lot of shit in the news. A lot of distractions. A lot of real shit going on.
But what about them crash dummies out there in Memphis, Tennessee?
Oh, is that
Is that the silliest
the
crash
tow
out
truck
there?
shit?
Nah, the ones them boys. They told them boys. And here's a disclaimer.
Police.
I never actually listened to Young Dolph music,
Oh,
but I knew who he was through all the controversy and all that, right? And so they told these boys. Now this is the reason why you got to be in your son's lives. you gotta be in all your kids' lives, but you really gotta be in your son's life, because if they buy into a certain type of lifestyle, then they end up in positions. They told these boys, "We'll give you $100,000. You go kill this man." This man was on his way to a turkey drive. He was gonna go give away turkeys in the community, and these people was like, "Oh, we'll kill him at the turkey drive in front of his family and the whole community." Just on a fluke, though, while they was on their way, he stopped to get some cookies, and they saw his car. So they park across the street. Now they on surveillance. They run over there. They shoot the boy up. Between the outfits and the cars that they had on, he had music videos in the outfit that he was wearing when he was shooting. And the car that they parked across the street, ran across the street, they actually had that car in a music video. So within 24 hours, the police was like, "It's you, and it's you." They got $800. They killed $1 million dude and got life without possibility for $800. They're supposed to get $100,000, and they got $800 that they had to split.
That's just ridiculous.
And it's like, I can't imagine how they threw their lives away for that. Like, there had to be no male role models in their life.
Man, that's just not even.
That's just.
I don't know how these dudes be thinking they gonna get away with all these cameras every fucking where. Like, how do you even, man? You know, shit. That shit just kind of pissed me off. It's like, man, I didn't even hear about that, to be honest. But
I did see something about
like,
that.
that is like. That happens a lot, though. Like,
they actually had them. They
was under surveillance for some days before.
Yeah, but they knew they was within a day.
Yeah.
They tried to go park the car in somebody's backyard, but the police already knew, so the police just observed it, saw who was coming and going, went through their social media, and dude had some like really distinct shoes on and an outfit, and then his social media he had that same outfit on different occasions.
This dude
right,
the nigga in his favorite fit.
Right. And the other dude had a hoodie on that has a particular writing. They went through his social media, saw him in that same hoodie. So they knew who they was within, and then they waited about 4-5 days to see who all else was involved.
Yeah.
And then they snatched everybody up. And it's like, and these is young guys in their 20s, and they just got convicted.
Yeah.
Life without possibility of parole. And then you
How long was the case?
They was in jail like 3 years.
No, I'm saying like, so, waiting for it to be heard.
Yeah, but the trial itself was like, they went to the jury like at 10 that morning.
Yeah. And
at 2 the jury came back with.
Oh man, that was quick. Yeah, that was easy work.
Guilty. And it was like man, don't throw your life. Don't throw your lives. And even if say they really got the 100,000, you wouldn't have lived to enjoy it anyway. But now you really ain't, and you only got a few hundred. Like, your life is worth more than that.
You know what you always said, like, you always be talking about, like, if you could live again, like, not live again, but I mean, if you could do it all again, and you do it this way, right? Or really what I'm trying to say is, like how you said you would give your kids the knowledge not to fucking do what you did. You know what I mean? To make the same mistakes you did. And it's like, that's crazy, but it's like the challenge is, how do you get these young kids to understand that they not going to be young forever? Like I did. Like I've always, like, when I was young, I knew I was going to die one day, but I always felt like, oh shit, that happened to him, but that ain't going to happen to me. I'm young.
I'm sharper than him.
Yeah, I'm young. We young. Like, we ain't, you know what I mean? And how do you get these kids to understand that? I try to get my kids to understand, like, the stuff that you do, most of it just doesn't go away. Like, shit just doesn't disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get second chances, but a lot of stuff that you do, most stuff that you do, you're gonna have to answer for, and it's just a trip to me, like, because these kids don't understand that concept.
Right.
And you can't be mad at them, because I didn't either.
Right.
It took for me to make it this far in life to be like, damn.
You got to see things. Sometimes you got to see things and experience things to understand things. Yeah. And, everybody learned different.
See, the big thing when I was 18, 19, is if they caught you with dope.
Mm-hmm.
This was the game that they played. When you get arrested. When you go to the arraignment, they'll come to you and say, if you go ahead and plead guilty, we'll let you out today with time served.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was like, oh, I'm going to go home right now?
Yeah. I'm
guilty. But you just pled guilty to felony possession of sales. Now, some cats will be, well, the penalty, and they say, don't get in no trouble in 6 months. Come back in. Cool. So now everybody goes home. And you only been in jail 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
But you're all now that dreaded thing, a convicted felon.
Oh, yeah, man.
And you be like, it wasn't even that serious. I'm just only in jail for a day. You are now a convicted felon. And when you come back in those 6 months, be like, hey, y'all said don't get in no trouble, come back. And nobody knows what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And then you look up, and you was 18, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're 35. Now you're 40. You're filling out applications, and you're a felon. Mm-hmm. And you can't get certain jobs. You can't get certain clearances. You got, and just like, man, I was serving some nickel bags at the age of 18, and now I'm 40, and I'm still. Yeah. It's a crazy game out there. So it's people that didn't even get in major trouble is still suffering the consequences of things that happened when they was 18, 19, and that's just bananas. But yeah, that's how the world is set up, and that's one thing I always try to. In fact, I'm pretty sure my kids got tired of hearing it, but I can say, like, there's things you do right now as a teenager that them people will hold against you when you're middle aged.
They'll ride with you forever unless you get your record expunged.
Yep. I even talk about that.
Now, like Trip sound like he know a little bit about that. You remember them days? Oh, right there at the arraignment. We'll let you go. Time served. Mm-hmm. We ain't even gonna put you. We're gonna put you on informal probation. You ain't even gonna be on probation. You just gonna go home. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then when you learn the game later on, you see these DAs talking about, oh, I have a 98% conviction rate. I'm tough on crime. 98% of the people that get arrested ain't guilty. But let's say you got you a little job. You can't make bail. You don't got the money for no bail. You're going to lose the job if you keep sitting here. So if the man say, just go and plead guilty and we're going to cut you loose today. Mm-hmm. Shoot, you go in there to the arraignment, you looking at your mama like, shoot, don't warm the car because
hurry up.
But now, like I said, you're a convicted felon and you be like, wow, if I knew this, I would have tried to make bail. I would have sat in there and fought it. They could have got thrown out, but I need to get out. And Round Trip sound like he know exactly what the game I'm talking about that they used to run.
He do.
And that's unfortunate. But when you try to explain that to your kids, and they looking at you as a mature man, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what's happening out here.
Yeah.
Actually, I do.
Oh, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna just do it like this real quick, just to get to this right quick, and not seeing that. Or even when it comes to like health shit, just like, you know, like now these kids is going crazy with this vaping shit, and you know, it's like now you can, like, when we used to smoke, we had to do it in the cuts. Like if we did it at school, so it was rare because you can't have a big ass cloud of smoke in the hallway. Yeah. But now these kids is able to hit the vape when the teacher is writing on the board. They hitting the vape and you turn around, it ain't even nothing. You smell a little something, but it's like, who did it? You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just stuff.
And everybody
like
looking like,
wasn't me.
Yeah.
No.
I just say all that to say, like, man, we got, like, as leaders of this community, like, we gotta just really, like, we got so much work to do, man, with these kids out here now. Just the stuff that they be doing is just weird and different. Like, even they sideshows is just, like, weird and different. Like,
now, remember old school sideshows? Even though there was wrecks back then, but it was the car hit the curb, a car hit the pole. Mm-hmm. So even the car hit another car. You got dummies nowadays out there in the middle trying to be so close to getting smacked by the car. It's like, are you that fucking, I don't know. I don't know if it's something in the water. Maybe you motherfuckers, the Takis y'all drinking, something in the Capri Sun. You motherfuckers drinking them Buzz Balls. I don't know what the fuck it is or whatever. But I just don't get it. I ain't never been that, nah.
I seen a youngster go out there trying to dance. The car backed him. He flipped. He ended up with his pants and around it. So he landed his pants around his ankles. And I'm sitting there like, man, to add insult to injury, you're knocked out, you're semi-nude.
And you got on some... And your drawers probably got some stains in it.
It was just wild.
You just, I'm sorry. I
gotta move out of town now.
Yeah, man, you be doing some just dumb shit. I get being in a circle and doing all this shit. I get parts of that, but
think about
that's a fucking vehicle. That motherfucker weigh more than you, way more than you, and will smack the shit out of you.
If somebody high,
yeah, exactly, because a lot of motherfuckers, they ain't sober. Just keep it a buck.
Listen, for sure they ain't. But but to what I was talking about earlier, this man done risked his, like, it ain't no way now I would ever do something like that. Yeah. When I was young, yeah, I might do something like that. This man, the video you talking about, he got hit so hard, bro.
Man.
Hey, listen.
I've seen several videos.
He got up and he ran off and did all that because his adrenaline was going.
And then collapsed.
That man probably ain't gonna never be right for the rest of his life. I bet you his back is
every
fucked
time you take a deep breath.
I bet you his back is fucked up. I bet you it is.
And speaking of the vapor you used earlier, I seen on Twitter, I guess the new thing is to get these oxide cans, and they call them whippets, like the Ready Whip and all that, and you get the nitrous oxide out of it.
Huffing?
Yeah, and then they film themselves, and then they literally, it cuts off the oxygen to your brain.
Yeah, they huffing. Yeah, that dude from High Five died from that shit.
Yeah, and then they just collapse.
Huffing. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, they talking about, but the moment that you get high is this euphoria.
Fuck that. You're almost about to die.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's God that you feel it at that moment.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. I don't need to entertain or be involved. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want to get high for nothing that's going to get me close to God.
Listen, man,
I get high off.
Would you rather be a crackhead or a fentanyl head?
Ooh.
I'd rather be a crackhead, me. Cause at least I'm going to walk around thinking I look good and hella shit.
Trying to function.
Hustling
that all day.
Shit, that fentanyl, just seeing the motherfucker just sitting there hunched over like a goddamn zombie. Nah, bro.
See, we all getting high, man. I don't want to have to keep checking your pulse.
None of it.
I don't want to have to keep checking your pulse.
No, but we don't want none of that for sure. But I was just comparing the new drugs to the old drugs. Like, that shit is like, it's like everything is getting worse. Like, it's getting harder, more.
Yeah, crackhead be a full-fledged structural engineer and shit. Make some shit happen. You fentanyl, I'm good.
Right now, my nephew is caught up on a fentanyl case, man, and they talking about, and they offered his co-defendant. They didn't even offer him no deal. They offered his co-defendant 20 years, and the next day his co-defendant was released. And he didn't. So you know who's going to get the 20 years.
For sure.
They took them in there, pressured them, told them they was going to give them 20 years, and the next day they went home. Man. I said, bro, you know you fucked. I was actually going to go on a cruise in December, but I'm going to dedicate that to his lawyer so he can maybe get a 20-year plea bargain or something, you know what I'm saying? But the fentanyl, the this and that, man.
Everybody get a real job.
Don't deal with it.
Get a real trade.
Don't sell it. Don't use it. And stay away from it. If you use it, you can die quite easily. Yeah. If you sell it, these people are take an excuse to throw you away forever off that shit.
Ever.
And so, man, just
avoid that shit on all levels. In y'all pocket. There's so much other stuff y'all could be doing besides that. That was fast money during a time of isolation. Is when our time period, y'all don't have no excuse like that. Bro. Like, y'all need to be getting the shit that they not gonna be chasing y'all
when
for.
When I first went to the streets, I had 2 job choices: McDonald's, and there was a potato factory. And they had me on there. No, but there's actually packaging up potatoes, right? And they had me, like, the other people filled the sacks up, and I was supposed to grab the sack like this, and it go through a big zipper. And the shift was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you got 1 break, an hour, use the bathroom, put some lunch. And I'm sitting there, And I couldn't keep up because I'm daydreaming, writing raps in my head, all kinds of stuff. Everybody yelling, "Hey!" because they piling up. And it was minimum wage too.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. No, this was before 425. Every two weeks, the check was $244. So I was making $240, and I lasted about my first 2 weeks. I got the check, and somebody said we could get a quota piece for $175. Shit, I got $200 right here. And we went to the park. We got it off. This and that. My first experience with that. And then we was about to recomp again, and Monday came, and I was supposed to go back to work. And the $200 I had made doing these 12-hour shifts for 2 weeks, I made that from Saturday going into Sunday. So there was a job opening at the potato shed on Monday because it wasn't comparable. But now I make so much money on my job, a cat can't come to me talking about some dope dealer.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like, you're an idiot. And then I tell people all the time, man, go to school, get your halfway degree, and man, you can go down, come down my job, and they'll be giving you $45 an hour in the dough. Like, you don't need to sell no dope. You don't need to hustle. But I don't remember. Maybe they was out there and I was just too obstinate, but I really don't remember in the 80s when I was a teenager them having the same. There wasn't these opportunities like this. There just wasn't.
You can ask Google any damn thing. There's no excuse these days.
Yeah,
true.
You can go get a CDL now. You can go do so many things that make money now that
you can start your own business. You can print and make printable merchandise and anything. A photographer, you can freelance. You can do so much stuff.
The world is definitely opened up now.
True that.
But if you just want to get high and you don't want to put in even the minimal effort, like you do got to get.
You want to be a grifter?
Like at my job, for instance, you don't even have to necessarily get a degree. Go get you one of them certificates. Go take a certificate course, and you can increase your income. Man, like some of the youngsters be like, "Oh, I ain't making enough money," and I'd be like, "Man, you could go to Laney for 6 months,
get a trade,
get a business management certificate, and increase your income by $15,000 a year, just like that." And cats be like, "Man, when I be coming to the house, when you come to the house, you just want to play the game and get high."
Yeah,
and that's cool. Do that, but then you can't do that and then complain about not having enough money.
Right.
Like it don't work. Like if you, and I ain't talking about for the next 10 years. I'm talking about like you go over there and get this 6-month program, and you could be financially cool.
Right.
And if you ain't willing to put in 6 months worth of work to have a better life, then I honest to God don't know what to tell you.
And that's just the start of it too. Like I tell them too, like. Once you take that paperwork into that building, you're going in at entry level. So that's just where you're starting. You could go, and most companies, I mean, the smaller companies probably not so much, but for the most part, like any job I ever had, I always tried to get the next position from where I came in at. Always. Like I never was like, oh, this is it. Like, no,
I'm cool.
Yeah. Shit. I just did. The 22nd was. 5 days ago. It was my 27th year. Yeah. I'm like, shit.
Where you started to where you are now is a whole different world.
Oh, hell yeah. 27. Like, shit.
But some cats, like, they do have the mentality of, okay, I went and got the job. And I tell cats, like, well, you get the 6-month certificate, you can go up this much. You get the 18-month certificate, and you can increase your pay by $42,000 a year. You'll be well over 100 G's easily. And I said, basically, sitting on your ass here in the office, and cats will be like, 18 months though? And I'll be like, it's going to be 18 months. Regardless of what we do, 18 months go fast. So you can take these next 18 months and damn near double your salary.
Right.
You ain't got to work no second job, and you ain't got to sell weed on the side. Like you could literally be making 40 more G's a year.
Yeah.
You can make all kind of. Right. There's so much to you to do nowadays.
18 months though? Yeah, it sounds like a long time, but guess what? It's gonna be 18 months. 18 months gonna pass whether you do it or not. And then you gonna look up 18 months from now, you can be like, damn, I could have been finished.
Yep. Shit, I didn't thought that about hella shit. Like so much stuff, bro. Like, yeah, that's one of them lessons we was talking about.
Speaking of lessons, yesterday was a hard lesson.
What happened?
Yesterday was the last Oakland A's game in the town.
Oh, I know. I thought it was a couple weeks left. I heard a commercial saying something about the last games with an S.
I'm like others. I ain't gonna blame this all on Shang Tao.
Nah, it's the fucking owner.
But
it's a combination of shit. But the fucking owner. So, and they sold out yesterday, and it's a double-edged sword because
I'm been selling out.
Was they trying to steal seats?
Yeah, people was in there doing all kind of shit. I'm an A's fan.
I heard people
hate
took
the
vendors outside that was selling bootleg merchandise. People just bum rushed they shit and took it.
Oh, see,
that's why they left.
Nah, it's a couple of reasons. Of course, you got the city management situations bullshit, but then you also had a fucking owner that was cheap, penny pinching shit, and throughout the history of the A's, they've had a great farm system. And if y'all don't know what a farm system is in baseball, Tim, what's happening? The farm system in baseball is basically the next man up. Your rookies, your people, you grooming people to be on your team. The A's have always had a great farm system where they had talent for the future, and they would trade them motherfuckers away and build them. They come to the majors, do good, and they send them somewhere else.
Tim, where in Pittsburgh? I thought you was in Detroit, dog.
Oh, Tim, you out there in Pittsburgh? Sure, I'll be out there at a convention.
You know who had the greatest farm systems? The Yankees, the A's, and the Dodgers.
No, the Yankees did not have a great farm system. The
Maybe
Yankees,
not now, but I'm talking about back in the days. Back in the days,
the Yankees was poaching shit. They just throw a contract at the stars.
Back in the days, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the A's
had the greatest farm
always
systems.
have like what the 9 that you would see out there was all ones who came up from single A to double A to triple A. So a lot of them cats, by the time they hit the majors, they had already been playing together 6-7 years, so they was like well-oiled machines. You know,
look at back in the 80s. The A's had 3 Rookie of the Years in a row as a team. Canseco, McGuire, Walt Weiss.
Yes.
In a row. And then even Terry Steinbach was raw. All from the A's farm system.
He didn't get no shine because of all of them.
You know what fucked up the A's farm system? Y'all don't remember this. No. Todd Van Poppel.
Oh, I remember him.
They gave him the biggest signing bonus ever as a pitcher, and he flamed out in Double A. But they
brought him up, and he was trash.
They brought him up simply because they paid him so much money, not because of merit. And you know what that made other people say? If y'all gave Dog that level of bread, I'm gonna need $1 million signing bonus too. And that skewed everything. And then the Braves developed a cool system, but the A's was an example of a well-run organization. That's why they was able to win titles in the 70s and the 80s, and it was a beautiful mix of homegrown talent, and
they would pick some.
And then somebody like a Ricky Henderson would come in, and this and that.
Remember, he started there, but I'm just they had Dave Henderson, they had Carney Lansford.
Shout out to that. And then they had a good front office.
Mike
they had
Gallegos.
a full scouting staff. Like for instance, Dave Stewart.
Rick Honeycutt.
Dave Stewart was a failed pitcher in his first go round.
He was a beast.
I'm talking about when he was with other
Dodgers. He was with the Dodgers.
The A's came, let him develop, and he became a Cy Young winner. And then I remember that one year.
What's happening, Hoagie?
When they played Cincinnati when they played the Reds in the World Series, and they had Welch. They had Dave Stewart. I think he won like 24 games. Welch won like 27 games. Yeah,
Welch won 27 that year. Yeah.
And then they had Canseco and them on offense. Like
we had it.
Like.
And then
I don't know why
even teams after that, they had Miguel Tejada. They had who else?
What was the boy? Ruben Sierra.
Well, that was a trade, and Tony La Russa called him the village idiot. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, the boy didn't. The boy
But
didn't really know English.
he was from. They got Ruben Sierra from the Texans.
Yeah, but he didn't really even know English.
Texans. I mean, from the Rangers. Yeah.
But the thing is that A's team went to 3 straight World Series. They beat the Giants.
Yeah, they lost to the Dodgers.
They
beat the Giants and lost to the Reds.
But the thing is that the A's organization was so well run.
Yeah,
that
Billy
this
Beane
thing
was doing this thing.
A team could go to 3 World Series in a row, and people feel like they underachieved. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how good the team was, that they won a world championship. They went to the World Series 3 times, and people was like, they could have did more.
Yeah. But then even after that, you had...
Should never let Tony La Russa walk.
You had Jason Giambi, and then his brother Jeremy, who I still fault him for that game against the Yankees in the playoffs when he should have slid and we would have won. That shit, Derek Jeter came up with the man. I'm just saying. But anyway, so it's no more Oakland A's baseball.
I can't even.
What y'all feel about that? Let's talk about that.
It was a raggedy facility compared
I feel
to
like if I'm making millions of dollars, but I'm not finna go to no shit that's looking like that. But the way they not even taking care of that shit.
But remember, even Charlie Finley, the A's have traditionally always had owners who was considered complete cheapskates.
Yeah. That's why they came to the town. I'll take it.
But I mean, it's sad. I mean, it was sold out.
I just feel like
stadium was sold out, and I can admit I was one of the ones
that. What's up?
I was pissed off.
Timmy Tim on vacation. That's why he in Pittsburgh.
That's what I've enjoyed yourself, Tim. But I'm one of the ones. I used to go to the games, and then even with Little League, when I was managing and coaching Little League, we had Little League Day, be on the field with the team, doing all that. You know me, I'm a baseball guy. Mm-hmm. My son playing college baseball right now. Shit. But as a diehard A's fan, I rebelled against the ownership, and I just was like, I'm done. The shit they was doing, I couldn't fuck with it.
Here's the but. The A's ownership was unwilling to. There's no reason why Ricky Henderson wasn't an ambassador. There's no reason why Reggie Jackson should have been an ambassador for the Yankees. It should have been every time you come to the stadium, there's Reggie Jackson. There's Ricky Henderson. There's Dave Stewart. There's this one and that one.
Rice or somebody.
Right.
Montana or somebody.
Like the owners
you go to the Yankees. You go to a Yankees game, and you're gonna literally see Yankees Hall of Famers out front shaking people's hands and getting paid $200,000-$300,000 a year to be a community ambassador and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The A's ownership was so cheap. They wasn't. Not only was they not willing to embrace the past and have these veterans out there, they also obviously didn't invest in the farm league talent.
No, they had a great farm system, but they gave them motherfuckers away for nobodies,
for cash,
for bullshit.
Because in baseball, you can make all the splashy trades that you want to. You can try to get what's that boy Bryce Harper. You can try to get all these sensational free agents, but the heart and soul, if it's 25 men on the roster, at least 20 of them men should have started with you in single A and came all the way up with you. And if not, y'all not developing talent, and that's the thing. And developing talent don't mean running down finding the poorest youngsters in the Dominican Republic and giving their mama $1,000.
$1,000, they give them $300.
Sometimes, exactly. I was being generous.
$300.
Sometimes you got to actually send scouts out, find talent, and bring them in.
The A's had great talent, scouts.
But the last 15 years, they don't seem to have developed any. Like right now, in this current A's team, I can't think of any guy that's of a certain level who was brought from rookie ball all the way to the big league.
I can't name one person on the roster today. I couldn't.
And that's a shame because there was a point when we could have named everybody on the roster of the A's and the Giants.
So now they finna go be in limbo and sack for 3 years while they built this stadium allegedly in Vegas. That everything on that ain't even sold complete. But
they're gonna sell less tickets
with a whack ass owner. Major League Baseball.
They're gonna sell less tickets in Sacramento than Auburn sells tickets to their baseball team.
This shit, and the cold part is This is another plot, another
that sack shit ain't gonna bubble.
feather in the
But
cap.
if they win, that's the only way. They gonna have to. And
The only thing is they gonna bide their time for 2-3 years in sack, and then they gonna go to Vegas, and some money gonna get infused into the team.
That's not even set in stone. That's still smoke and mirrors bullshit. I wish. R. Kelly in the background in jail singing "I Wish" to the A's owner. Just saying.
You got to be joking if you say that Vegas deal ain't locked in.
It's not.
So then, what are they doing?
This is just I'm gonna give you some 3 a.m. shit. How many teams does Oakland have now? How many jobs did Oakland just lose? We would continue the desolation of our beloved city? Yes. But now there is some ownership, African American agency buying that property and doing all that. So there's some things that's gonna happen, which is a good thing. You know, for you to have sunshine, you got to have rain.
Is that sustainable though?
And I get you. Long
soccer
range
games and a bunch of concerts. Is that gonna really sustain that property?
Party city.
Yeah, but that's the thing you got to do nowadays. You look at a lot of cities,
you
arenas and venues.
Team of football, or basketball, or baseball to anchor this thing.
Right.
It's like especially baseball because that's 81 games a year.
Yeah. So it's like Tim in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now. I've been out there where the baseball stadium is there, the football stadium is there. Mm-hmm. All this stuff is in the area that's thriving.
Three Rivers Stadium.
No, it's not Three Rivers. Three Rivers is old. That shit been gone the hell.
Well, I'm just saying.
But yeah, I remember that's old school. But I'm saying I've been there since the new stadium. All that area down there is dope. It's right on the waterfront. You got all this thriving shit that goes on. Mm-hmm. So I've been out there and they got people, you know how them fools be on their little water jet things in the air. They got all that going on. The Red Bull, Flog Talk shit, all this shit going on. You got Jerome Bettis restaurant down there. It's dope. Even in SAC, I just had a work conference up there last week. The Capital One Center where the Kings play, the team that ain't never gonna beat the Warriors in the playoffs. But
never.
I mean, we'll lose to the Kings of Comedy before we lose to the Kings of Sacramento.
Facts.
But I mean, that whole area, that whole area down there, you know what I'm saying? Is nice bars. You got they thrive. They built all that because you need that when you got a sports team. You don't have that in Oakland. You go to the AMPM across from the Coliseum, you fucking around and get robbed. Some shit happen. You go to the Jack in the Box, the line gonna be long and your fries gonna get cold. I'm just talking shit. But I'm just saying, for us to have a thriving sports area, you need all that new shit. You know, you need that shit that's entertaining. There's nothing entertaining over there to entertain and have sports people there.
Right.
That's another problem.
But they couldn't take a lesson from the Giants. The Giants stadium is beautiful, right?
And they spent their money on it.
That's beautiful.
The difference between ownership.
And after a Giants game, you can go right there and party. Bars,
you go right across the street.
Restaurants.
Exactly. But that's what's needed over here. Mm-hmm. And because of the climate of where we at and the way they don't want motherfuckers to thrive over here, this shit lined up perfect. It's a sad truth. You got all this red, yellow tape for city shit, bullshit going on. You got impoverished shit going on forever. And you got a penny pinching ass owner like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. You know, ain't giving nothing. But he would, and it's like if you are a team owner, you gotta put your own money up for your stadium. You can't just rely on the city. No, put some of your money on this shit. Yeah. Make it happen.
Or let an investor come in.
Thank you. And that means you're gonna have to give up some control, something.
Because the owner of the Raiders didn't want to do that, but when he came to Vegas,
he's like, bro, you can't do it by yourself. He's like, we do it.
We know because the city was like, you want this? You a new stadium, we give you the land and all that, but
you better do something.
That $1.1 billion to build that new joint.
What you gonna do for me?
Or you could get like the dude that owns the Rams down there in L.A. He owns the Rams.
Yeah.
he tapped in with the Walmart money. He was like, just give me the land, I'll build my own stadium.
Yeah.
You know.
And then when you build your own shit, you have more control of the proceeds. How shit works there. Even renting out your venue. I mean, because remember, the Coliseum area was owned by Alameda County and the A's.
Right.
So so you got two entities. So you sitting there going to butt heads on how shit go.
And everything that had to take place, there had to be big ass meetings.
Yeah, and it's like, the fucking toilets, the bathrooms was fucked up. Man, fix that shit. Okay, let's do this part. No, y'all got to pay for that.
3-4 months of meetings
for shit that needs to be done. Because I mean, and I'm an A's fan at heart, but I hate the management because to this day, the A's are the reason the Raiders left.
Yeah. Because they didn't want to share
the business shit. No more. That, and when the A's gave the Giants their territorial rights over there in Fremont, they gave the Giants that when the Giants was trying to get their stadium before they built the Pac Bell, whatever the fuck what's their shit called now?
That was stupid to give away some rights.
The territorial rights?
Yeah.
Whatever they stay. No, it's not 18. What is their shit called now? With the Giants play. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, it was Pac Bell Park when it first opened.
Because they wanted to move the Giants down to San Jose.
Right, but that was A's territory.
Butterscotch.
They gave them the rights, and then when that didn't happen, the A's thought, oh well, Giants, you'll do us a favor and sell us the rights back or give them to us back. And Giants like, nah, because the A's could have been in Fremont.
Oracle Park.
Yeah,
Oracle Park. There you go. But I'm just saying, the A's, if they would have never did that, they could have moved to Fremont. The edge of Silicon Valley.
And what's the stadium that them boys that's on that 2-game losing streak? What's that stadium they play in?
Oh, the one where if you ride the Demon, you get season tickets for free.
Yeah, I seen.
And you got to eat a glizzy.
I seen pictures of you there.
Press box.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Great America Park.
Is it Great America Park? What's it?
The Levi Stadium.
Levi Stadium. Right.
Great
I know I seen pictures of this. I knew you'd know the name.
I'm just saying.
But they on like a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Prayers up for them boys. And then I hear McCaffrey is out for the season.
Yeah, he out.
Yeah, prayers up for that.
Oh,
boy.
damn. I see. I didn't even know that. I'm just hearing that.
That boy's actually the baddest running back in the league, but
that's a bad pilgrim.
But unfortunately, with running backs, when they fall off the cliff,
the excuses.
But shout out to McCaffrey.
We didn't even.
His dad was a beast.
We can go into the football shit. But now, all right. Oh, since I didn't know that, so now I'm already prepared for the excuses from you Whiner fans for the rest of the year. Well, we didn't have. We don't give a fuck. Next man up. Tough it up, Buttercup. But anyway, I got some on some good shit.
We throwing nonstop jabs, and you ain't coming back with nothing.
Yo, fuck.
No, I'm
fuck the Niners. Nah, but on some good shit, on some good town shit.
Get it all out.
Lil D just had his white party the other
Man,
time.
It looked spectacular.
Salute to that.
I didn't go because it was I took too long to get a table, and the tables was all sold out. And I'm at the age where I can't stand around for 5-6 hours trying to look cool. I got to be able to. To recline in a section.
It looked cool though.
It looked cool. Shout out to Lil D. He's been doing some tireless work in the community since he came home.
Yes. Salute that brother all day. Much respect, much love, and hopefully one day we can get that man to come here and have a conversation with him. I've ran into him a few times at Black Joy Parade and whatnot, and spoke to him and whatnot, but I never really was like, hey, we want to come on one day, but I'm gonna try to put that in there one day. See if we can make that happen.
And much respect to him, brothers like him, Carter Block.
Carter Block, that's my guy.
That's really putting in that work.
Yes.
But hey, speaking of local heroes, man, is the boy Stalin okay? I seen him all banged up in a hospital bed and stuff.
Oh yeah, he good. Yeah, he
good. They had the incident on the scooter. On the scooter.
Shout out to the boy Stalin, man, because I know he puts his work in over there in Cyprus and all around. And
make sure y'all get that wine, man. Go get that Cyprus wine.
Support that shit. That shit is quality.
Yeah, go get that.
You know what I'm saying? And Cass be talking about industry plants and this and that, right? But there's gonna come a day. The talent is too undeniable. There's gonna come a day when Stalin is gonna be able to break through to really get their full accolades, and it's gonna be a sucker somewhere on the internet talking about industry, saying some goofy shit. Yeah. But those of us know that's really 15 solid years of putting in genuine hard work
that
and
brother been
making
doing
quality
his thing.
music and running a quality organization, that Livewire shit.
Yeah, salute to him and all the Livewire.
So, in order of operations, my Niners is going to the playoffs.
He done got mathematical. He done got mathematical on this.
He said, due to the fact that we got bets in and we pay the referees.
Super Bowl contenders. I had to let you finish.
Go ahead.
But yeah, no, to my boy though. He been doing this thing for a long time, man.
Yeah, salute to my guy, man.
Stalin is really. I appreciate the fact that he's taking his entrepreneurship to another level. As far as having another business that he could put under his belt, under his, list of accomplishments, and the wine is good as hell. So.
I seen you modeling for it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because I be at the events, man.
Yeah, you do. I seen you on the video when he was talking about the scooter accident. I saw you on the video.
Oh yeah. Which one though? Which one?
Y'all was.
That boy, hey, that boy.
Y'all was on.
He be filming. He be pulling out the camera so much. I don't even know. I'll be immune to that shit.
Yeah, I was like, they go flies. I see.
But let that be a tip to you. You can't never push your line too hard. And in this, we hear cliches like, "Oh, content is king."
Yeah.
And then we might not post a video for 2-3 weeks. And then 2-3 weeks more like that. But we already know content is king.
Yeah.
And then we don't give the content.
But his business, but he also is working through a business model too. So
that's what's up.
He's getting paid for all of them posts.
Yeah,
you
got to. Okay.
So he's getting paid for all of them posts.
It's structure.
People want to hear what brother saying.
I haven't reached that stature yet to where I'm making money off of my shit that's making a difference. But like his views pay bills.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Right.
So like
So he has a real monetized incentive.
Yeah.
Like he showed me his phone from his view, and it showed.
He showed. Yeah, I see. He posted it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like,
bro's doing his shit. I salute and respect that all day.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Salute because he really wants to see everybody win. So yeah, he really like. I'm terrible. Like my online game is terrible.
I don't even post as much as I should. But
you know,
even here with us,
but it's about to pick up.
Yeah,
like
I just signed the
more
3
spread.
biggest actresses on Tubi.
What?
I just signed. I'm gonna give one name, Makivia Albritton. She's her last 3 movies on Tubi went #1. She's considered the #1 Tubi actress. But I went and signed #1, #2, and #3. In fact, I sent the final payment as on my way over here. So the next movie that we do, which is going to be in November 2nd, we're going to have Chrissy Cola is going to be in it.
Can I get my cameo, man?
Yeah, I got you. So I'll bring in my reputable dogs for this because I done invested a gang of money. A shout out to Mark Anthony.
Shout out to Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony said, man, what you really need to do this old shit? So I said, man, it's going to take about 50, 60 G's. Man, can I give it to you in a duffel bag? I don't know what Mark up to, but I said bring it on. But
listen,
so we got Makivia Albritton, the #1 the #1 Tubi actress, and we also signed #2 and #3. So I got about 6 people gonna be flying in from Detroit in order to mix this. So we're gonna mix Detroit. And the Bay, everybody says Detroit rules.
Yeah, on the Tubi.
Rules Tubi.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing all the top people from Detroit, and I'm bringing them to the town. And of course, I need you cats to come play the male blues because let me tell you something.
You know me.
I done gave a lot of opportunities to dudes, right?
Yeah.
And they
we
treat.
should have started off talking about.
But here goes the thing. But they treat my opportunities as like if I say, "Hey, I got this person and this person come through being that right." But then you come in completely unfocused on what I'm trying to do, but just trying to network and this and that, right? So I'm like, okay, on this one, I need my real dogs with me because I done spent so much money on this, and we bringing in the top tier talent that I got to have cats who coming in that's talking what I'm talking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That want to see the thing win, not show up and tell the breezy, hey, check this out.
Hey, come talk to me later.
I got this other thing, crack it, this and that. Like, you ain't got to even concentrate on this. So.
You ain't ever watch me on my podcast? I just let them niggas sit with me. I be doing
so
it.
When all
you don't need niggas like that.
So when all is said and done,
it's a group effort.
We literally about to spend $60,000 on making this. We're flying in the top talent. So they say Detroit is winning. Well, I'm bringing Detroit to the Bay. This and that. We also got Chrissy Cola. Chrissy Cola is gonna be in it. We bringing in JB June Baby, of course, and we bringing in Janae.
Okay,
Janae Lachey, because they is ones who have showed that when it wasn't no big budgets to be worked with, they were still 10 toes down.
That's what's up.
And we got we definitely gonna bring in Fia and Kalina G because they some soldiers too. And we got Tooch Magooch is gonna come make an appearance.
I hit Tooch. She responded to one of her posts to come on the podcast, but I haven't reached back out to her because I wanted. So okay, good. Yeah.
So we got the pretty. So we're gonna have the pretty gang up in here. We're gonna have Chrissy Cola. We're gonna have June Baby. We're gonna have what's the other Janae Lachey. Now some of you other chicks probably be like, "Oh, why ain't you calling my name?" Well,
we need to do the 1942 challenge for Tooch.
And we got Tiffology is gonna make a cameo. Now we done got Tiffology in one movie so far called Aliens in the Hood. Aliens in the Hood, by the way, is dropping on Tubi January 28th.
January 28th.
January 28th. And y'all be on the lookout for Tiffology's cameo in that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
You remember we filmed?
Yes.
And shout out to the boy Yodi for hooking up the spot.
Shout out to Yodi. That's the homie. He been on the show. We need to get Yodi back on here.
Yeah.
On some.
Why Tiff over there looking like stop talking about don't do that? You in it?
All right, on some
And I'm
on some distraction shit.
You talking about the boy Diddy?
No, we done with him. That shit should have been wrapped up.
Diddy.
That shit should have been wrapped up last
Free
week.
Diddy.
You know why all that shit is going on.
No caviar, no tomahawk steaks.
That shit, bullshit. Y'all think if y'all really think this nigga is in jail eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, kill yourself.
He ain't in that motherfucker eating no tomahawk steaks, and I'm eating a tomahawk steak tonight. I'm living better than Diddy. Something I've been trying to do for 30 years.
But
I finally topped him.
The shit that's interesting. So
wait, that sounded crazy. Pause.
Yeah.
I finally topped him. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Put the brakes on that shit. But the mayor of New York, Mr. Adams, got indicted.
Damn. Everything that he's done is Clarence Thomas has did the same thing. Everything he's accused of.
And
Tiff, you about to come over here?
Oh, wow. No.
What y'all think about that?
I think that I hate to play the whataboutism, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell me that anything he's indicted for, everybody else ain't playing the same game.
It sounds like. Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always like, well, what about this? And like I see people like, oh, Diddy, this, that. What about Hugh Hefner? Fuck all that. If this man did that, I don't like playing whataboutism, but when I see Eric Adams getting indicted as a sitting mayor of New York, I can't help but think, what the hell was Giuliani and all them doing?
Hey, let me tell you something. You ready for this one?
Talk to me.
Fox, no, you go first, and I'm gonna go last.
So I don't really know all the details of but based on the grand jury indictment, they found enough people and his peers found him and beyond a reasonable doubt that he meets the standard to have a trial brought up against him.
But should he be singled out? Because I'm pretty sure they all playing the same game.
Like you said, you can't do whataboutism, man. Like,
you can.
But when it comes to brothers, you want to, though.
But I've seen highway patrol sit on the side of the road. You can't be like, Bud, you just let 500 cars go by, Bud, and you just don't pick me. Like,
but you did.
You did. But you're that one that got. But you still, that don't change the fact of what you did.
Right. But when you see a brother, when you see 10 white boys run off to the bag, and then you see the one brother, that's the bad guy. You kind of be like,
got to.
Okay, y'all playing right now.
If I'm him, I'm not doing all the shit that he did. So I can't really understand.
You can't say he did it.
I can't put myself. It's a lot of people that was supposedly there that said
a lot of shit.
Did the shit.
But there's another mayor who spoke, and I actually shared it.
Is for.
But I hear you. But here's the thing.
But you know I set up.
There's another
if he go to trial, he already guilty.
So
if he not
innocent,
I'm All I'm saying
They
is
might be putting a
you
little
got to
extra
look
on
at the
I
shit.
do think they might be
All
putting
this shit is
extra on it,
distractions. I brought it up
but I
to.
can't go 95 and be like, but blood just went past going 102 blood. Like, you just gonna hit me
Here's the
for
thing.
going 95 blood? Like, nigga, did you do it or not?
But here's the thing: if you were part of a organization, a conglomerate, an entity, or whatever, a faction, and you're not going according to script, they always throw shit at you.
Bruh,
And there's
if you're a
another.
multi-
Listen to me.
If you're a damn near
There's a-
millionaire,
listen.
you gotta abide by different rules.
Listen
bro.
to me,
we
though.
treat you
There's
different,
another
and you
former
gotta-
mayor-
You know, all eyes on you. Like if Obama would have a gang of side pieces,
There's
He
another
would've been
former mayor.
exposed.
Done. They was waiting. It was people checking his phone every day.
Hey.
right?
I get y'all with
Seeing
that.
if the hug lingered too long.
There's another former mayor who said the same thing happened to him. He got charged with the same thing. His shit never ended up progressing to guilty and everything got dropped. But when you go against the grain
But
of
this
your
case is gonna
party
be-
or your shit happens.
But you know what?
And-
I feel like this case is gonna be on air though.
It's
This
gonna
is
be messy.
This is gonna.
You
be
know
live.
why?
I mean, it's the mayor in New York.
This is gonna
Exactly,
be one
but
of
you
them-
know
this
why?
is gonna be one of them live court
It's-
appearances, and those don't always turn out right. Look at the dude, the little
It's-
young kid that popped the dude at the Black Lives Rally shit, and they just said, "Oh no, he was just protecting the." I mean, so
that
that,
Wolf
Wolf
House,
House or
yeah.
that
so that
motherfucker.
don't necessarily mean anything, but I want to see it.
But he had the
I-
complexion for the protection. As
I
they
brought
say.
that up.
Sure.
I brought the mayor shit up to just like the Diddy shit. It's a distraction
Yeah.
because it's sensationalized.
Yeah,
But do you do? Here's something I'm gonna ask you.
because
both.
I think Diddy guilty, but I don't think
I
he's
don't
that
give a fuck
guilty.
if he guilty or not.
I don't think he's that
I
guilty.
don't think he is guilty to be. Like,
And I'm
we
not
talking
defending
about-
All in the feds.
We talking
I'm not
about like
defending him,
his
but I'm
sexual
asking y'all- I'm
lifestyle
asking
and
y'all.
all that weird shit, blood. Like that's not even.
But they like the word ain't been out there.
Let me
This
ask
is a
y'all a
weird
What have
question.
they been
out.
calling the shit salacious? That's
Let me
the
ask y'all
word
a
they've been
question.
using. I just learned that. About
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I
And
got a
Yeah.
question for you all, both of y'all.
Mhm.
Do you know that 169 countries yesterday or the day before yesterday just denounced the American dollar? Did you know
don't
that?
matter.
I don't know. Did
Don't
you
matter.
know that?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
denounce-
I saw it.
denounce
And
it?
I saw
don't
people
use-
talking about, oh, Diddy was a distraction to that. And I'm like, there's millions of white people in places like Utah, Montana, and all across the board who couldn't tell P. Diddy
Right.
from Marlon Wayans. So
But-
they ain't distracted from
But
that.
we are.
Yeah.
But we don't matter in the scheme.
Why
of
don't
that
we?
type of
When
thing.
we are, how much is the black dollar and the black consumerism and the black attention and the
Right.
black vote?
We not
But I'm
aware
saying,
of
but what I'm saying though is
I'm
that
just-
you got millions of white people across all these red states who couldn't know what a Diddy is. They not distracted from these things. So if
But
they,
we
so
are.
why would we think that they
But we are.
persecuting Diddy to distract us from what's going on with OPEC? And
We
at
are.
the end of the day,
And the UN,
see, at the end of the day, America holds what's called the ultimate trump card. The people that control
because they got the
OPEC,
secrets.
the Muslims in the Middle East hate them. They hate the Saudi royal family. They hate them people. The only thing that's keeping them people in power is American military bases. If them people, they play with America to a certain degree in public, because that's what they got to do to pander to the Muslim, to the inbred hillbillies of their type of country. But if America wanted to, they could just simply say, just like with Afghanistan or anything like that, you know what, we're going to pull out. The Saudi royal family knows if America pulled out on a Tuesday, the jihads would have them hung by
Thursday?
Wednesday. They know this. So they might publicly look like they playing with America, but they're not going to play too far because at the end of the day, there's two things America has the ability to do. They could destabilize the entire Middle East. Right now, down in Taft, a lot of y'all don't know where Taft, California is. Taft, California is down
There's a military
by the
base
coast.
there.
There's a place in
Hold on.
Taft called Elk Hills Reserve. If America literally never brought in another barrel, another drop of oil from the Middle East,
There's enough there to
There's-
supply us for years.
50 years, America could easily, just by using our own reserves,
But they won't.
destabilize the entire.
But that's
But no, but I mean,
not
here's the
part of
thing. But the thing is,
I get what
the
you're
point of
saying,
what I'm
but they
saying
won't.
is that these people look like it, just like Putin and them
But they
look
won't.
like it. But they look like it. But America has the ability to, one, make sure them people never eat again, and two, if they really raised up, America in one day, people be like, oh, China this, Russia that. America literally has the ability. If Biden decided tonight that there'll be no more China and no more Russia, it's 7:00 right now. By midnight, China and Russia and North Korea could be fucking parking lots. And the only Chinese left on Earth is the motherfucking Panda Express, and the only Russian left alive is the one Russian dude
They
there.
would hit us too, but we would.
Here go the thing. You see that Iron Dome that Israel got that hardly no missiles get in? I guarantee you, America could wipe them countries out, and they might get one through.
A computer glitch. But here's another one.
They might get.
So,
but I mean, say if they get one through, okay, 2 million
Well,
Americans
you
die,
talking
and
about
there's no more China.
Yeah, that's
There's
why
no
they-
more North
that's
Korea.
why
There's
they're
no more
not doing
Russia.
that. That's
Bro,
why
I
So
got
while
another
them
one for
dudes
you.
is talking crazy, while them dudes that, because America loves to run on fear.
I got
So
another
they
one.
let the American public think, ooh, these guys are the boogeymen. And then they tell people, we're going to need more money for military. And people say, you take whatever you want, because we don't want them people to. North Korea and China don't even got missiles that can even reach America.
Yeah, they always.
I believe it.
But
They are
probably
no
do.
real threat to us.
Yeah.
Here's another one for you. You ready?
That's why they shooting all them
October
fake rockets
1st.
in the water.
There's supposed to be a strike at the ports. You heard about that one.
They allow these things to go on.
The news ain't talking about none of that. So if there's a strike, that means there's no imported oil, no imported goods anywhere from anywhere. And which means the prices of everything here gonna go up. And the average American,
But if you know that on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, blood, it's not gonna happen.
Here go the thing.
They already on that.
Let's say I'm Chevron, right?
the strike is
I'm
happening
Chevron.
October 1st.
Chevron, the last 4 years, each year makes record profits.
Oh, you
So if
saying
you
the
Chevron
strike.
and they say it's going to be a strike,
Bomb strike.
No.
Oh, my bad.
but I'm saying
I'm
if you
talking about a
Chevron,
strike.
right?
Oh, no,
strike.
yeah.
If
I'm
you
not just- I
Chevron,
don't know nothing about that.
You want, if they get to talking about it's going to be a strike at the port, you want that to go down because now you just simply could raise the prices and everything, and everybody be like, "Oh,
And
it's
who
'cause
gonna
of the
pay for
strike."
that?
Yeah.
The common American. Because
Yeah.
gas
And people won't
reserves
think
and all
well,
that
gee,
shit gonna
every
go.
year Chevron posts record profits.
Oh, they do.
Every year they make
Every
more
year.
money than ever. So any shortage, if they make, it's obviously not a shortage. They're making a profit. And like I said, there's enough oil.
It's a game.
There's enough oil in North Dakota, and in Elk Hills, which is right there by
reserve.
Taft, California. There's enough oil right there that America can say, you know what, we're never gonna buy another barrel
Yeah.
of that.
There's enough
Dubai,
oil.
Saudi Arabia, and all of them, if they went 1 year without selling oil to America, their whole economy would be bankrupt.
True. There's enough oil in the
We could break
reserve,
them with
which
no
is
effort.
legislated to have the reserve to, like you said,
Yeah,
to
but ain't nobody
sustain us for
talking
50
about
years.
tackling that, though.
But
But I'm just
they
saying, though, is that when the
continue
mother
to
dudes
let
over
us
there
get
talking
price
tough,
gouged.
America lets them do that because they can then come to the
Because they
American
in
people
on,
and say,
they in on
oh
the,
my
they in
God,
on
we
the
got to
hook
do
up.
this,
That's
we
what's
got to
so
do
fake
this.
about the immigration
That's
shit.
Master
It's
P and
the
AJ
immigration
Jamal
shit is
Johnson.
just the same,
I got the
bro.
hookup on
It's
the gas.
fear mongering. It's all about
That's how they-
fear mongering.
Oh, they're eating the dogs and cats.
Hey, y'all didn't think we talk about real shit here.
I saw
This
the
is not
boy.
fluff.
What's this boy that's running with Trump? J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
I seen him on the commercial saying that they was bringing drugs across the border, and his mama was that. In reality, his mama was working at the hospital, and she was stealing drugs from the patient. There was no drugs coming across the border, and his mother became this poor addict. His mother was a nurse stealing from the pharmacy at the thing.
Exactly,
It's
that
just
part.
fear mongering. They're eating.
Of course.
They done convince these people
I
that it's
get it.
Haitians running up and down the street in fucking
Eating
Ohio,
cats.
eating the dogs and the cats. Niggas
that-
don't even want to let they.
And
But I mean, they looking in the camera and saying this shit.
And ain't nobody looking for fucking Squeaky or motherfucking Snoop
All
or
this
none
shit-
of them niggas, but
Hey,
they just
all
fucking.
It's like a
shit.
bad joke.
Nobody's just like, oh, have you seen? I ain't seen my dog. Have you seen your dog?
Right.
No, all the dogs just running around during the whole.
Like, you know, a
conversation.
bad
all-
joke, and then you think it's stupid, and you look around and all your partners is laughing, and you be
Yeah.
like, y'all really kicking
like-
it with this bullshit?
you have all these distractions, the Diddy, like even you got the new
they
shit.
love that.
Offset
Oh,
and Cardi, you got all this shit that everybody
when a
is
hurricane
focusing.
Oh my God!
Comment
It's a
on-
hurricane coming.
Oh,
She fucking niggas while she pregnant. They so this the
you
levy,
got all
bro.
this bullshit going on, but you got real shit over here happening. Just like who was it at the
Many pregnant
UN?
ones as I done beat. It should be a lot of niggas offset.
Set off, nigga. But anyway, but just like you had at the UN, you had the speech by the ambassador, whatever, of Israel, and all the other world leaders and they congregations got up and walked out while this motherfucker wanted to talk. So shit, but your news that you tune into, we tune into they ain't showing you that shit.
If you want real news, you got to either go to BBC or Al Jazeera.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's the way to get real news.
We get caught up on the bullshit. But that's why I brought those things up because we discuss this shit amongst each other, and I like to bring that up to our audience to be like, y'all, it's more.
Tiffology's page. She has a lot of.
It's more than just the bullshit page. We see. That because everybody I remember when we talked about Diddy, I said, okay, I'm gonna entertain it for a minute because it's jokes, and I wanted to laugh that night. So you know me, I like to joke. I bagged in a motherfucker. I just wanted to have some Diddy jokes because I was like, fuck it, I got some jokes to get off the chest. Let that shit go.
I think they should give a nigga 6 months and send him back home.
Man, hey, fuck all that shit.
He
should get what he get.
They gonna give him a soft 30.
Yeah,
nah.
I don't agree with that, man. They fuck around, let me on the jury. It's gonna be a hung fucking jury. But I'm gonna be like, you can't rape the willing.
You gonna get a Ray Donovan visit if you're on the jury.
The no bail, stay your ass in jail.
Because that's wild as fuck.
Like I seen with Bill Cosby. Like I seen
you can understand
with
something.
R. Kelly.
You can't
Kelly did that shit.
You pretty fucked when they saying
Kelly was fucking with teenagers
because they got enough evidence to say if I fucked up, I can justify why I kept your ass in jail.
Niggas,
and so
you niggas,
Witness tampering.
Tiffology is also with me on the Free Diddy movement.
With your handlers, they know your vices and they allow you to get big headed. Because most
you know it's Free Diddy.
Most black people, and I ain't gonna say that. No, I'm gonna take that back. But y'all not black, but I'm just saying low vibrational is black. We melanated. It's a difference. You'll get that shit at 3 a.m.
It's above me now.
It's above us.
I'm just saying they allow shit to happen so they can use it against you. Okay. Everybody that's ever doing something, just understand that and know that. And when you go to these things and you gum up and you get and I don't give a fuck where it is. The higher you go, the more shit you see, and you'll be like, "Ooh, you can come in with the purest. You can come in with the purest intentions, but somewhere, there's some shit that probably won't sit right with your soul, and you either gonna ride and let it go because it's more beneficial for you to act like you didn't see it than it is to acknowledge the shit and go through."
Stomping the bitch.
That's some punk shit. That's some hoe shit. And he need his ass beat for that. I'm just saying what I said.
Stuck
that's some hoe shit.
When you on that level.
You gotta do that shit to a female. You a bitch ass nigga. I said it.
Bruh, I'm in the hallway of a major fucking
That's a
hotel. There's a camera right there.
I will never defend that bitch ass nigga. It's not in my best interest to
stomp a bitch in her head.
You in the hotel.
I mean, come on,
in the hotel.
I've been high before.
You get in the shower.
I'm not doing.
I'm not doing nothing.
You get in the shower and you look up and she done run out the room with your phone.
I walk into from the minute I walk up, I'm outside like it's a camera right there, camera right there,
exactly.
Camera right there. All the way until I walk inside.
But that's the thing.
Right there, camera right there.
You're in the shower. She takes off running with your phone.
They let you
chase her.
I'm not. I will chase her. I might
get on the computer and shut.
Come on, keep it 100, dog.
I'm not gonna stop her out in front of no camera.
Keep it a million.
Okay, he did too much in that regard, but you gonna tackle her ass when she get to that elevator.
And today, but here's the thing: if you really smart though, remember, in today's
my phone is a tackleable offense.
Right. I get that, but here's the thing:
I ain't gonna stop her and all that, but we go.
Hey, what can you do
for a little bit
with your phones? What you can do now with your phones? You can hop in, log into your shit, and you can wipe the phone.
Man, you ain't thinking about all that shit when you lathered and soaked the bar running down the hallway.
You can't inflict physical punishment for being stupid.
I get it.
Nigga, your phone should have been locked and
exactly
it should have been unable to be open without.
You ain't gonna have access to my shit.
See, that's y'all sitting here cool and calm. At the moment when you poke your head out the door, hey, this bitch leaving? She got my shit. This nigga's running down the hallway in a fucking towel. That nigga ain't stopped to think. Well, all I gotta do is brick my phone and all that shit. You ain't thinking about that shit.
Nah, but for real, you getting too comfortable with
it's like road rage. You might later on think, man, I didn't have to do all that shit.
Hindsight is 2020.
Nah, I'm saying he
Fuck
did
that.
too much with the kicking and stomping.
No,
but her ass would have got
No.
like niggas would have been like, man, is this nigga in the league? The way he,
Oh, yeah.
the way he
No.
tackled
I'm-
her.
I think
Go to sleep.
Diddy
Hold on.
was more of a boogeyman than R. Kelly.
Who?
Mm-mm.
Absolutely.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
R. Kelly was fucking with kids.
Okay,
Diddy was fucking
then,
with adults.
You know what? Yeah, on that aspect, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But-
Both of them niggas should have their
That one
nuts tied
argument.
to each other
The whole
and a horse on a
Diddy was just more
skateboard.
of a boogeyman than niggas. Hey, blood, let me take you
But-
shopping,
and
this and
then
that. Niggas be like, oh, you got, like Cat
But-
Williams said, you gotta know how to tell that nigga
There
no.
kind of is no comparison because they told Blood, like, we caught you peeing on a 15-year-old. Will you sit your ass down somewhere? And
And
he
he
was like, no.
He
blood,
beat the
I-
case
Yeah.
and came back again.
Right.
I
But
wouldn't
that's
even
what I'm
have a
saying.
15-year-old at my concert.
Just like
With the
OJ.
same girl.
But
OJ
that's-
beat the case and you gonna whoop somebody? Come on.
Well, that was
You
his
on
shit.
paperwork.
But still, you
OJ
gotta
was
have
the
the
Frisco
mindset
rider.
of, oh man,
You
these
gotta
white
play
folks
their
gonna
game,
put me
bro.
under the jail if
You
they
gotta
catch
play
me
their
doing
game.
this.
You
You
gotta
gotta play
understand.
that game,
Don't
bro.
bite the hand that feeds you. You can't sue your boss.
You
I'm a
can't
Raider
My
fan.
thing is-
Al Davis sued the NFL. We've been paying for that shit ever since. Keep
There
it
was a
buck.
famous actor who recently made some allegations against the biggest black movie director, right?
Mm.
But the thing about this big black movie director is that there's been allegations already about dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So dude said when he was telling his story on TikTok that he was like, oh, dude said, oh, they all went to dinner in a group, and then dude said, come back to the house and have a drink with me, and we're gonna talk about some more shit. And then dude broke out naked in a robe and chased the nigga around, right? And I'm looking at the nigga like this, and the nigga saying that then his career
he
suffered
was
after
single.
that, right?
What if he was single though?
But now here goes the thing. My thing is this, right? When you get into this game and you start making money, you know most of the niggas that you meet ain't what they present themselves. It might be something simplistic as a nigga present himself as a goon, a mob boss, and then you get in front of other people and you suddenly start talking like Urkel, and you be like, oh wait, this ain't the real nigga. But everybody you know is an imposter. But if you've already heard things that this is some old freaky deaky ass nigga, right?
Why would I be there?
If we having a group dinner and we talking business, and then that nigga say, well, come on back to the house, let's have a drink, this and that, you as a man got to have a certain level of what they call discernment. You got to have a certain level of ism to be like, okay, even if you're in a position where like, man, I don't want to insult this nigga, I need this nigga to close the deal, but I'm going to be like, oh, me and Shizzle and Rail finna do XYZ, I'll get with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll get with you tomorrow. But if you, like when niggas is talking about Diddy telling niggas, let's go shopping, this, that, when this nigga that you've already heard all these things say, come on back to the house and kick it, you on the same level as we sweat women for saying, oh, the nigga say come to my room at midnight
2 in the morning,
and she come. Well, you the equivalent of the broad. If a nigga tell you, you already know this supposed to be a weird ass nigga, and he say, come on back to the house, let's have a drink, you know that nigga finna try some weird shit.
But okay, so that reminds me of, so y'all help me out, because I'm confessing on Cognac Confessionals and Tequila Testimonials. But what was it, so that's what makes me question the one actor that was supposedly raping all them boys.
Oh yeah, the white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
got
got pictures of him and the boys.
Men.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider, right? Okay. So
I thought like Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
Kevin Spacey. Right? So I was
people
listening
end
to
up
this
dead,
cat's
but yeah.
whole situation about that, and he's like, but I really wanted to get ahead, and he was just like, is this how
Right, at the end of the day, exactly.
Like, and I'm just like, blood, like, you knew that he tried to make a sexual advance at you on this particular time y'all went out, and then you went out for more to try to get ahead.
You gotta have some
But
integrity.
That's why I even made the allowance of you saying, if you say, oh, I might need this nigga to close this deal, so I don't want to offend him. So you got to be clever enough to come up with, oh, We will come through and holler at you. Oh yeah, we'll slide through. Yeah. Nah, I just want just you to talk. Oh, we don't talk no business without my folks because I already know if I get along with this nigga, he gonna try some weird shit.
Kevin Spacey, blood, like that shocked me, blood.
But then they
took him off the whatchamacallit show on Netflix.
It's like this
because of that shit.
And I know that the particular nigga that he was accusing of this is the biggest dude in the game, right?
Yeah.
But everybody knows dude is questionable.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to Blood House to have no drink, because if the nigga do come flying down the stairs with just a robe on, I can't be sitting there like, I ain't had no idea he was going to pull that type of shit off. No, you knew. And then I got to ask myself, is my ambition to try to make it, my ambition to get on so intense that I know this nigga going to probably do some old game, like some Terry Crews type of shit, where, a nigga fondled me in front of my wife. On reflex, I would have knocked that nigga whole. Terry Crews like, oh, I didn't do anything because I was so in shock.
Listen, like,
only one nigga would have been in shock if a nigga grabbed my groin like that. I would have broke that nigga fucking jaw. On reflex. I might have been like, ooh, I fucked up now, socking this motherfucker. But that would have been thinking that after I cracked that nigga.
That's why I'm making comedy of that shit, because it's like, bro, come on, bro.
Some of these niggas is playing.
If niggas is making sexual advances at you one time, there's no, like,
I don't get
second chances for, like, another, maybe
don't ever approach me on some shit.
He said,
and not only is he making second advances, you done already heard things about this nigga. You know what time it is. So some of you niggas is so desperate to get on that you willing to play along with anything.
I'm not even that mad about that. I'm not mad that you're doing that and then you're snitching. Because now you're going and saying, well, I felt uncomfortable because he was trying to get me for the third time. Like, nigga, is you serious?
This particular dude that I'm talking about,
time, not even a full time.
This
half a time to make me feel uncomfortable.
He signed.
I'm going to check you and
he got paid 100 G's, right? And he got paid 100 G's. And then he looked up. He got paid 100 G's. This is the reason why he's mad. He got paid 100 G's.
I don't play that shit.
And then he looked up, and people like Cassie and them was getting paid millions. And so he tried to bring his shit back out. But he didn't have no credibility to really pursue that because he accepted money already.
That's that bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? But I think the nigga was just looking for a come up. And you was willing to play along with that gay shit. So now, you can't come tell me about this one's gay. Yeah, this one, because I know you was with that shit to a certain point.
Oh, meet me here, and then you get here, and the person.
Fuck, we meeting for midnight.
The superstar
meet me at the club, nigga.
Y'all was
we gonna
supposed to meet, wasn't there, and now he trying to touch on you, and then you showed up again for a second time.
Right.
Nigga.
In fact, every time you see that nigga across the room, you should be doing like this. Like, nigga, you know not to come to me that shit. But see, I'll fool one of them niggas. I'll be like, oh, you want me to come to the house at midnight? And when I show up at the door, I got y'all with me, I got Tiff with me, and everything. Now nigga gonna be like,
party.
Damn.
We all here.
Curses.
Yeah.
But see, we've been hearing about this Diddy dude for 20-some years. So anybody that get to talk about they got food or this and that, be like, come on, man, knock it off. I
was watching that Danity Kane shit, right?
Yeah.
And they had one of them, and she was just saying, like, how the mental abuse took enough out of her that it affected her career. And then she pointed to the fact that after he was, like, saying, like, all the shit about her live on TV, that she couldn't really find work. And so I was kind of, like, stuck, because I'm like, okay, she does have a point, but then does she have a point?
Yeah, they have a point, because if you're an overseer, and I'm using that in the context of like gatekeeper, if I'm a celebrity, or if I got the gateway to the connections with my network to so many different venues that affect your career, and you piss me off, all I got to do is say, you difficult to work with. Same way where, remember when we can go back to the Fresh Prince, when the original Aunt Viv, Will Smith did a video or something where he labeled her difficult to work with, and as a melanated woman actress, that is a fucking death note, basically, into your career. So nobody's gonna want to work with you.
There's a but. Here's the but. Entertainment is subjective, right? Okay. Them Danity Kane girls, 1,000 girls showed up and somebody said, you, and you. There might have been 900 girls at a time. It's not like you 6'10" with a 40-inch vertical,
Yeah.
and they put you on the high school team. We were on, but you scored 40 points
But
a
they
game.
show, but I
They put
seen
you in
clips.
college.
But I seen clips, not to cut you off.
None of them was that outstanding to
But
me.
I seen clips.
It was mediocre.
I seen
Exactly.
clips.
So they was chosen.
On the one that I seen
because
where,
of their mediocrity.
where she's skinny as hell. She got no body shape, and he's just grilling her like, man, you skinny, you ain't even
Right.
getting on her line. And then it's like, okay, so.
But she's honestly lucky to even be there, because
Right.
you could have went to Sioux City, Iowa,
Right.
and got 10 more just like her.
Or never found them at all and been the same.
I
Like,
get what
work,
you're saying, but
trying
I
to
mean,
find her,
still.
work your way up.
It's one thing if we take you to the combine and you run a 4.2 and this and that, and anybody pass your way, you have a quantifiable talent. But we put you in boxing and we line up 15 opponents and you go 15-0 with 15 knockouts.
Yeah.
That means you have an actual talent that's proven. You're going to get paid. But in entertainment, modeling, singing, this and that,
Everything
for
is in the eye
it
of the
just matters
beholder.
if I say, you know what? You and you. So you're more beholden to me because I could have said, nah, not you.
Right.
You.
They look
There's
like
nothing going
here
on
and
with
there,
you that if I would have said, not her, not contested number 56, give me contested number 181. So if I then abuse you and stuff like that, if I call myself toughing you up, you gotta accept it because you
No.
don't got a
No,
40-inch
No,
vertical.
no.
So my thing with
No.
that was that you
Nuh-uh.
picked a
You
female
said that
you
shit
know.
wrong.
So you
No, I
pick.
said it right.
So you
No, you
pick a
didn't.
female that you know is thin. You know she ain't got no hips. You know she ain't got no junk in the trunk, bro. And then you get on her line in front of everybody, like, man, you need to start eating food, and you need to start. You skinny, man. Like you ain't got no sex appeal. Like, but blood, you picked me. Out
I
of
picked you
all
because I
these
gotta build you.
thousands of people.
Because you might be the
And
most
you want to build
buildable.
me, so what do you think? I'm just gonna start eating.
It's that
cheeseburgers
old
and
school
clog my
mentality.
arteries? Like, what-
You break them down to build them up.
Yeah. One of the most hottest female rappers of all time was literally a straight stud. Niggas found her, put a wig on her, started making her dress feminine, gave her the push-up bra because she spit like a nigga and she carried herself like a nigga, Remy Ma. So they made her feminine, right? Now where they backfired though is that she was still a nigga at heart and she ended up shooting a motherfucker and doing all kinds of shit.
But Remy got bars though.
Remy
But that's
is
the
rough.
thing. Part of the reason why Remy had bars is because Remy came into the game as a nigga. And somebody said, damn, she could spit. But goddamn, she's a fucking dude. So they put an $800 wig on her. They put an $800 wig on her,
I ain't
made
seen that.
her sexy. And then, but the thing is that they built her.
Yeah.
They built her, and like the Danny Kane chicks, you might look at somebody and you be like, you know what? I like everything about you. We just gonna need to change everything about you. But that still goes back to the subjectiveness of you're not bench pressing 350. You're not running a 4.240. We can find like a LeBron James is generational talent, right? But a Danny Kane, we could literally go downtown.
But that
on
was
16th
intentional.
Telegraph and find another Danny Kane.
I get what you're
if we look
saying, but
hard
I'm
enough.
telling you that was all intentional to
Well, you need that for
implore
control.
the elite. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So you just proved my point.
But I'm
against
also
your
saying
argument.
though is how much leverage do she really got? Oh, I was so abused. Well, you could have walked
don't
off
know.
and
We
they'd
wasn't
have
there.
had a new motherfucker there by 9 a.m. Monday.
True that, but I mean it don't mean that you have to be subjugated to that bullshit.
Actually, that's
You
how
still
the
look-
game goes.
Nah, fuck that. You still
That's how the
human.
game
Nah,
goes.
Nah, fuck that.
There's a reason why the military and shit like that put you through boot camp. There's a reason why college
military.
put you through 4 years
Military
of
and-
indoctrination.
Military
I
and
have
being a
to
motherfucker
tear
that-
you down to
I
rebuild
know
you
you
into what I
build
want
and break
to
you
be.
down to
But
build
can't
you up. I
really
get what you're
rebuild-
saying
you
on
can't
that,
really
but
rebuild
that's
a
different.
woman
That's
and be
completely
like, man,
different.
you need to have hella ass right now. Like
That's why you send
That's
them
the
to the
pressure.
Dominican
Not gonna
Republic.
happen, bro. Like you can't.
You send them to the Dominican Republic.
That's the
you get rid of the
problem.
stomach. You add some
Anyway,
ass. You
that's
add
the
some
problem
tits.
with the
You get
entertainment
a
industry.
stylist.
You can't get
Because
zero
it's-
from zero,
it's-
bro.
it's guerrilla
Sometimes
pimping.
you can't get
That's the-
zero
that's
from
the problem
zero,
with the
like,
entertainment
zero from
industry.
zero equals zero.
Anyway,
I mean, some of the ones I seen had zero, and like you can expect her to get 5 out of that.
Man, the way this game go, man, if you not
I
willing
don't
to
agree
put your
with it.
foot on the talent's neck, you're not going to win. And some of the talent, quiet as kept, there's a whole lot of what draws a lot of people to this lifestyle. What draws a lot of people to this is that
the
they
glamour.
already broken souls looking for something to belong. So if you don't dog them, they'll think in their heart you soft. You're not worthy, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm treating her so nice, and I'm putting her in fur coats, this and that." And then the next CEO get out to her, "Yeah, bitch, you lucky I chose you. Look at you, you slew-footed bitch. We need to have to put some veneers in you, bitch. Stand over in that corner, bitch. Goddamn, thank the Lord.
Put your
a nigga
hand
like
up
me,
when you want to
thank
address
the Lord,
me.
a nigga like me came along to save your raggedy ass." And she'll be loyal to that nigga and looking at the dude who lifted her up and uplifted her as some type of sucker.
But that's why.
That's the type of personality that's drawn
I
to
understand
this.
what you're saying. I don't agree with it,
You
but I
be too
understand
nice
what
and
you're
you'll
saying.
be looked at as a sucker.
But that's why you need daddy stay in your daughter's lives, moms.
Even the males. How many of these little Waynes and type niggas like that, and the motherfucker publicly stealing millions from them, and they then go back and re-sign to them? And you be like, wait a minute, nigga, I'd have been sending hitters at that nigga, and now you up underneath that nigga drinking champagne. Because the average entertainment person is a broken soul who wants
acceptance.
Somebody to dog them and tell them,
It's
nigga,
an ego.
shut your mouth, nigga. I'm gonna do your thinking for you, nigga.
It's an ego-driven. That's why this shit needs to collapse and start fresh. Take the disc, Nintendo disc out, blow it, pause. Take the Nintendo cartridge out, blow it, pause, and put the shit back in, start fresh.
Can we get one more pause?
Yeah, pause.
It's on GP.
On GP. It's Friday. It's the last Friday of September.
Damn. This year flew.
Hey,
fine,
the
it's
year.
scary, man. It's real scary.
If you really sit in one place and watch the world spin around, you'd be entertained.
That's a
Even
tough
if you
beat,
moving and you trip off how fast it moves since you paid attention.
I'm giving you an ism.
Yeah, because it was just July.
Yeah.
If you really sit back.
I was trying to sell
and
fireworks,
watch,
and now it's going to be October.
motherfuckers finna be out here talking about
Oh, and I got hair
that
for sale,
nasty ass. Oh, I seen you with that. You motherfuckers finna be out here with that nasty ass candy corn and bullshit. And the candy corn eaters, y'all know who you are. I'm talking to y'all.
We're gonna be singing
That
Christmas
nasty
carols
shit.
this year.
I don't do none of that shit. I don't celebrate demon shit. But
Typhology love Christmas.
anyway, I'm not into none of that shit.
I'm just speaking on your
I'm a
behalf.
spiritual nigga. You can't have me. Never mind. That's another conversation.
What's not spiritual about Christmas?
You see, he know where I'm gonna go with it, and I ain't even trying to go there because that's a whole. I can go 3 hours on all that bullshit for y'all. But we
At
ain't
this
finna
moment,
do
a
that.
picture of Caesar Boys and shit.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't finna do it.
Nigga.
What's so? Hey, what's up, Kenya? I see you tuning in from the NO. Appreciate you, Tis 92 crew. T, what you got coming up?
Well, we're about to film a movie called Her Story to Tell, starring some of Detroit's finest and some of the Bay's finest combined, and it's gonna be epic. That's how we're gonna end the year right there.
Epic.
Called Her Story to Tell. It's gonna be
I'm looking
it's
forward
gonna
to
be our
it.
biggest one yet. And hopefully, we can go number one on the charts. And for Black History Month, in honor of my ancestors, I can pull up in a Rolls Royce.
You said Black History Month, so I'm a.
Melanated History Month.
We don't have a month. We have
Even-
all existence.
Yeah, but them people say this is that. So
It's
as
the
a
shit they give you
as a
and
colloquialism,
and niggas
so
always
low
conform.
vibrational people can understand what I'm talking about. I refer to it as what
Them 28 days y'all niggas get in February.
because I gotta because it's like this. I'm trying to feed you tomahawk steaks, but kids would rather have McDonald's.
Beef
So
is
what I
not
gotta-
always good for you.
So what I got, this guy. So what I got to do is I got to feed them in ways that they can understand.
Okay.
I got to bring my vibration down to
you
feed
don't.
them. What's up, Tiff?
Can you repeat that word you just said
Which
a
one?
moment ago?
Oh, colloquialism.
Please.
Yeah, that's basically means that I got to put it in a term that
In
people
layman's
can
terms.
understand it, even if that's not my actual meaning.
Intent.
But I'm trying to give it to a person to way in a common understanding.
It basically, he said he
You
broke
know,
it down.
I'm talking about the month for Black people, so it's extra incentive for me to pull up and stunt in that month. But
Calling us black is gonna be banned on this show.
Colloquialism?
It should be. Can we stop doing that collectively? Calling us black on this show is banned.
Controvertible and irrefutable that the boy got vocabulary.
We're gonna come up. Yeah, he got
Conversation
Run
rules
the
the
nation. Procrastination is a violation.
Von Trapper tuned in.
Trapper, what's happening, bro? But yeah, we're gonna ban. We're gonna come up with everybody that's calls us black on this. We're gonna come up with a fine system for that. We got to.
Okay, Ike. He's gonna be over there like this.
We're gonna come up with a fine system. We trying to elevate and motivate. You know what I'm saying? But Flies,
he got vocabulary too. Y'all hear him spitting.
Flies, what you got coming up and going on?
Shit, man. We got new music dropping. I don't have no release dates because everything's up in the air, but it's for sure gonna be soon. But yeah, we just here, man. We just here at the studio, man. Just trying to tap in with y'all and trying to line some more shit up for the future. As far as like music projects, movie projects, and all that stuff. So we just really want y'all to tap in because this is like community first program. So we just really want everybody who thinks they doing any type of something to tap in, and we'll figure the rest out. But man, this is like the new school so beat for real. Like,
okay.
Yeah, we just really want the community to tap in and
For the
everybody.
people.
This ain't just about, so the stuff we be talking about is just the stuff that we're talking about, but we're interested